Hello and welcome along to Chelsea's podcast dedicated Chelsea transfer blog, which keeps you right up to date with all the very latest transfer news, rumours and gossip emerging from Stamford Bridge every day during the summer transfer window. And like, comment and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Frank Lampard has already ruffled a few feathers at Anfield, but he will certainly set the cat among the pigeons if his Chelsea team beat the champions at Stamford Bridge. Lampard and Jurgen Klopp rode on the Anfield touchline last season on the night Klopp's side lifted the trophy, and the pair are likely to carry an extra edge into Sunday's encounter. Chelsea's all-time top scorer was no pushover as a player and has carried that streak into management. His exchanges with Klopp have continued into the new season, with the former Borussia Dortmund boss aiming criticism at clubs run by countries and oligarchs. After Chelsea's summer spending, the German suggested Liverpool's edge comes from his work on the training ground as opposed to going out and spending big. Despite having spent more than £400 million on players since he arrived at Anfield in October 2015, Lampard hit back at Klopp's amusing accusations and certainly will not take a backward step this weekend. The Chelsea boss is under pressure to gatecrash the title race after this summer's £200 million investment and knows he will get an early gauge of his squad's strength against the title holders on Sunday. The Blues were too soft when it mattered last season, something Lampard must address if he is to close the gap to Liverpool and Manchester City in his second campaign in charge. One of the many summer arrivals, Thiago Silva, will surely bring some stern presence to Lampard's ranks when he is match fit, but others must follow suit if they are to mix it with the best and reflect their manager on the pitch. Two of Silva's fellow new arrivals, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, made their debuts at Brighton on Monday to differing success. Werner, who is expected to be fit after sustaining a dead leg while winning a penalty, looked a threat throughout, while Havertz's debut was rather more underwhelming. They could be joined by left-back Ben Chilwell, who, alongside Silva, is back in training after recovering from an Achilles injury sustained while at Leicester last season. Klopp goes into the game with a fully fit squad, bar Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, to choose from, as Liverpool look to lay down a marker against their newest challengers. Werner had quite the admirer in Klopp before Chelsea swooped. Having displayed devilish pace on his Blues debut, the striker will be licking his lips at the prospect of facing a Liverpool defence that was so easily unsettled by Leeds in the 7-goal thriller at Anfield last weekend. At the back, Kepa Arrizabalaga, despite being backed by Lampard following another mishap at Brighton on Monday, has one last chance to make his case to remain as first choice in the Chelsea goal, with Rennes goalkeeper Edouard Mendy closing in on a move to the capital. On many occasions last season, Lampard opted to select veteran Willy Caballero after one too many mistakes from Kepa, although his defence of the world's most expensive keeper suggests that he will stick with the 25-year-old this week. Having been unable to find a club prepared to take Kepa off their hands, it is now in Chelsea's interests to get him hitting the heights many hoped he would reach after they paid Athletic Bilbao a world record fee of £71 million to bring him to the capital in 2018. A show-stopping performance against the Premier League champions at Stamford Bridge would be quite the foundation for his redemption. Chelsea boss Frank Lampard insists there is no bad blood between himself and Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp. The pair clashed last season during Liverpool's 5-3 win at Anfield, exchanging heated words on the sideline. Lampard and Klopp will on Sunday come face-to-face for the first time since when the Premier League champions come to Stamford Bridge. In the build-up to the match, Klopp has been swift to downplay any talk of a rivalry between him and Lampard, who has now followed suit. "That's probably the nature of the world we live," said Lampard. "There is a lot of airtime for you on Talkspot to have to fill with these sort of rivalries, so I understand that sometimes they can be scrutinized in every possible way. I just reiterate what Jurgen Klopp said from his part. I have got a huge amount of respect for him as a manager. I always have done. What he has done at Liverpool in the time that he has been there is incredible, and that's on him as the focal point of the club and the individual talent in the squad that they've brought in, so there is nothing in it for me. The competitive nature of the 90 minutes can always slightly boil over in different directions, but the respect I have for Jurgen Klopp would never change. Chelsea have a number of fitness issues for the match on Sunday and will be without Ben Chilwell, Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech. New centre-back Thiago Silva, who signed from Paris Saint-Germain on a free transfer this summer, is now training with the squad, but the game with Liverpool is too soon for him to make his debut. "We are just working with him on his fitness at the moment," said Lampard. "He is certainly a leader. He is not going to turn into a leader. I think he will bring that with him by nature. He doesn't speak the language that great, which is something we will work on very quickly, but we have a lot of players in the squad who are multilingual and can help with that. But by presence, by attitude in training, by the quality of the player, he will of course command respect and I look forward to having him around. He already seems engaging and intent on trying to help the team and that's all you can ask for as a coach." Everton manager Carlo Ancelotti has responded to transfer speculation linking the club with a move for Chelsea's Fikayo Tomori, admitting that signing a centre-back before the end of the window has become a priority, with Mason Holgate potentially out until the end of October with a toe injury. Although Ancelotti is optimistic the 23-year-old will return sooner, Branthwaite's ankle problem leaves him with only Michael Keane and Yerry Mina as his two fit senior central defenders. Even if Branthwaite is not out for too long, Ancelotti wants another option in defense. Holgate is out and Jared, we don't know his injury and how bad it is. We have to look tomorrow, said Ancelotti. There is a possibility to find a centre-back and I think we have to. The Holgate update is that he doesn't need the surgery, so maybe he can recover earlier than normal, but I think we can manage until Mason comes back with three centre-backs no problem. The Italian was keen on a loan deal for Chelsea's Fikayo Tomori, but he is also attracting interest from Rennes and Everton's pursuit has gone somewhat cold. "I am not talking about players that are not here," was his response when asked about Tomori.